We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Hobbs. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. His throw incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert going for the deep ball. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here, because your offense and quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jabril Cox there on the tackle. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. The Niners at 6-2 to start play. They come in off a loss last time out, but overall they've been playing pretty well. 6 wins and 8 prior to that defeat.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And it's 2nd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw, it's Lance. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last lap by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Man open, that's Ray McLeod. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys.
We're still in the 1st quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him, because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. The Lance going to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Hobbs. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the 49ers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Lance now on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Lance finding Kittle, first down San Francisco.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Naturally so. The defense was keyed in on everyone but the back on that play, and it took them an extra second to react when he got the carry. It's still a tough 3rd down to pick up here, but a lot more manageable after an excellent carry on 2nd down.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you know, there's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They'll run on 1st down. Hobbs. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Throwing now is Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Now Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Now Lance again, eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Throwing again on second down. Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Wide open receiver, complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Herbert on first down now. toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure to give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
On first down, Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
On second down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to have it here just past the 25. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's got a man, complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Here's Lance. This complete to Mitchell. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Ready?
Throwing his Lance on third down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He'll field this at the 5. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Well, both sides searching for adjustments. And now here's another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 34 yards there. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Herbert now. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw, it's Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That's caught downfield by Kittle. Touchdown 49ers! George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for... And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jamel Dean. To the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here? Traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Second and 12. Here's Herbert. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain there of 21 yards. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee, because we all know they relish a chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built on the effort.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jalen Tolbert from 17 yards out. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. The extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. 70 yards rushing now for Mitchell. He's got a 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, 49ers. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Lambeau on for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. On first down, Justin Herbert. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Buying time to his left. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Hobbs. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Right back to him on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. But that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. But they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. From the 27, Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. They've got his man complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 141 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And now Garoppolo lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know that's...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when it was to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Ready. Ready.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for San Francisco, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.